Hi everyone, it's Monica from the Yogi Movement. I wanted to go ahead and talk to you today about how to breathe correctly during your Ashtanga yoga practice. So what we're going to do is just do a couple breaths together. I'm going to explain to you the foundations of the breath and then we'll work on it together. So you want to create a sound with your breath. So the breath sound is created from the back of your throat. So you're slightly constricting the throat muscles. Almost think of it as if you're sucking through a straw and creating a sound. And then the breath also comes right deep within the belly. So you're breathing, and as you inhale, you're going to lift all the way up through the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, you'll bring the breath all the way back down through the base of the spine. And think about moving the breath up through the spine and creating space and growing. You don't want to put your belly out. You want to keep your belly pulled in the whole time, and you want to just elongate and create space. So let's actually just work on the sound of the breath. Let's do 2 breaths together, just trying to create the sound. So bringing the hands to your knees, come to a comfortable crossed legs, close your eyes, and then we'll inhale and then just work on constricting these throat muscles. Don't worry so much about your belly and where it's going, but just creating the sound. So we'll inhale here, and then exhale. And then inhale, and exhale. So the breath only goes in and out through the nose, and the breath doesn't actually come through the nose. It's not created at the nose, it's created from the belly, and then the sound from the back of the throat, and the nose is just a vessel to move the breath back and forth. So try to also think of it that way. The other thing that is important to know with the breath is you have to work with the bandhas. So there are 2 main bandhas that we'll talk about. Actually, I'll talk about all 3 of them. So there's Mula Bandha, which is right at the pelvic floor, so right here at your pubic bone, and then right above your pubic bone, below your belly button, is Uddiyana Bandha. So Mula Bandha means root lock, Uddiyana Bandha means flowing upward. Right here at your throat is Jalandhara Bandha. So you actually can use all of these bandhas the whole time. There's only 2 postures in the primary series. So you bring your chin to your chest, and you can really see Jalandhara Bandha being worked. But I feel every time that you constrict the throat muscles, every time that you're breathing, Jalandhara Bandha is being engaged. So it's always working for you. So to go ahead and work with the bandhas, and the bandhas also, just to explain what they are, is they help move the energy that's created, and which is the prana or the life force, with your breath. It helps move it through the body and circulate it so that you can cleanse and detox your body while you're in the practice and create more energy. So Mula Bandha is grasped on the exhale. So you'll exhale, and you're going to grasp Mula Bandha right at your pelvic floor, which is actually the perineum located in your body. So you're going to grab it, and then you're going to lift it up as you breathe, and that's Uddiyana Bandha. So you pull the lower belly in, you lift up, and then when you exhale, you'll bring it all the way down. You'll grab Mula Bandha again, and you'll inhale, lift it all the way up, and it's just a continuous thing working with Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. And Jalandhara Bandha is working for you because you're constricting those throat muscles. So these are things during the practice that if you're just starting out, you'll probably forget a ton of times, but the practice works because you do it. You do it over and over and over, and you cultivate this stuff, and eventually something happens where it all clicks and it works together, and then you move to a new phase in your practice. So it's just about doing it. So let's go ahead and work with the bandhas. So bring your hand right here to your pelvic floor, and then you can bring your hand right here to your chest. So this is just so you can feel yourself. You pull the lower belly in, on the exhale, and then when you lift up, you should feel the breath move all the way up through your chest, and then you should keep breathing and moving it up through the crown of your head. So you're just trying to create you're trying to deepen and slow down your breath. So let's close the eyes, bring in the hands here and to the right spot, and then we'll go ahead and just feel what's going on. So let's start on the exhale. So we'll exhale everything out, grabbing the pelvic floor. So exhale, and inhale, pulling the lower belly in, and then exhale again, we'll grab the pelvic floor, and then inhale, and exhale. Good. So I think a good way to practice this is really before you go to sleep. A lot of times it helps just to learn how to slow down and deepen the breath without actually doing the postures and concentrating on that. So before you go to sleep, maybe take the time to just do 10 deep breaths. You can just bring your hands to your knees. If it helps to put your hands in these areas, you can do that too. But just go ahead and you'll take 10 breaths and make sure you count them, because in the yoga practice, you do vinyasa. So vinyasa is actually the flow of the breath and the movement, and you have a count for each posture. So you'll be counting all of your breaths, and so you might as well do that while you're practicing at night. So you want to take 10 deep breaths. You can just sit, on your bed or on a mat or whatever feels good, bringing your shoulders away from your ears, sitting up tall, and then just working to deepen and slow down your breath. And I think that there are ways you can experiment with deepening your breath. So when you inhale and you bring the breath all the way up, see if you can inhale just a little more. Picture the breath going up through the crown of your head. And when you exhale and you bring it down, you're done with your exhale and you bring the breath down through the base of the spine, see if you can let just a little more go. And then just continuing to deepen and slow down your breath and expand your lung capacity. I think it's really good for you. And it'll also make your practice more expansive and flow better. So anyway, good luck. If you have any questions, you can email me. Check out my blog, theyogimovement.com. I link to it here, and I give a little deeper explanation of what everything means if you weren't able to understand fully on how to use and grasp the bandhas. I've done some blogs on that, and I explain it deeper in the post. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day and night, and look forward to breathing with you. So namaste.